In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to give you guys 10 different moves that will make you absolutely unstoppable in NBA 2K25. This is day 6 of the daily upload challenge, and all I ask that you guys do is smash the like button. It helps me out a ton, and it encourages me to continue posting content like this. So look, first of all, let me give you guys my signature styles. Obviously, if you guys are gonna wanna do these moves, you're gonna wanna have my signature styles on, but even if you prefer other signature styles, you can still do the same moves with different styles. It might not look the same, but it's gonna be the same motion of flicking your button, okay? So my behind the back, you might not like Trae Young. You might prefer to use LaMelo Ball, for example. I don't know why you'd use this one, but maybe you prefer that one. The point of the matter is you can learn even if you don't have all these SIGs, okay? So look, let's go ahead and get right into this action, man. Get your notepad out, pay attention. In 10 minutes, you're gonna become 10 times the NBA 2K player. So I know I just showed y'all the animations that y'all need, but there's one more thing that you guys need to do before you even learn the dribble moves. You guys need to go to your controller settings, okay? And you need to go all the way down to passive hand switches, okay? This right here, you need to disable this. If you have this on, it is going to mess up your dribble moves, okay? Passive hand switching basically just means that while your player stands still, he's gonna switch hands with the ball, and it's gonna make it harder for you to realize which way you need to flick your stick because you don't know which hand the ball is gonna be in when you need to. Disable this, I promise you it will help you out a ton. Also, you need to make sure that your dribbling and everything is on absolute. If you guys are playing on camera relative, you are trolling. Learn how to play with absolute, it will help you in the long run. So let's go ahead and start with everybody's favorite move, which is the Steve Francis. And again, unless you have a 95 ball handling and are under 6'4", you will not have Steve Francis. However, it's the same concept even if you don't have Steve Francis. All you're going to do is flick your stick to the left and you're gonna run. Flick your stick to the left and you're gonna run. It is literally that simple. Steve Francis specifically is the fastest move in the game. So the reason that on my personal build, if you guys have not watched that, make sure you go check it out. The reason that I use Steve Francis on my build is because it's the quickest move in the game. So as you guys can see, look, I'm running one way, change the direction, and boom, I'm back to the other way. Steve Francis is all you need in order to do that, but you can do that with any other size as well. And I promise you the video is gonna get much more intense, but in order to chain things and get things going, you have to be able to crawl before you walk. So just bear with me, okay? I know that wasn't groundbreaking, but I got y'all. So pay attention. So look, from here, we're obviously gonna use the behind the back, okay? The behind the back is obviously very simple, but here's the thing. You can do two different types of behind the backs, okay? You can do this regular behind the back, which is not getting any space, or you can flick your stick to your ball hand side and then flick it the other way, which is gonna give you the explosive behind the back. And when you do it like this, you are able to chain into doing as many as you want, okay? As you guys can see, you can't spam behind the backs like this, right? You can only get one explosive one. As you guys can see, you can only get one explosive behind the back. However, when you flick it to the ball hand side first, you can get the explosive behind the back over and over again, okay? The explosive behind the back over and over and over again. And that is the best behind the back. You don't wanna do this one. That's not getting no space. Nobody's biting on this, okay? That's not gonna get you open. It's not doing anything for you. This is not specifically a dribble move, but it's a move that's going to make you unguardable, and it's a mid-range, okay? So listen, a lot of people underutilize the mid-range because it is only worth 2 points. But did you know that the mid-range is the only spot in NBA 2K25 that has a pure green window? It is the only shot in NBA 2K25 that you can green every single time. You can green a mid-range every single time if you have an 85 or over rating. And a lot of people ask me in the comment section, they say, yo, if I have an 84 and because of my takeover, it hits 85, can I green them 100% of the time? The answer is yes. I do see y'all's comments. If y'all have any questions, make sure that you leave it in the comment section and I got y'all. But look, you want to add mid-ranges to your game. Now, a lot of people ask me, Choc, how do you do this front fade? For some reason, it's very hard for some people. All you're gonna do is run forward, and when you want to shoot the fade, you're gonna let go of the left stick. It is literally that simple. You're gonna run forward and you let go of the left stick. Now, it seems easy, but when you start chaining this stuff together and once you start getting into the mindset, you are going to be able to really kill people, okay? So obviously, if you guys don't know what a snatchback is, all you do is hold RT, flick your stick backwards. Now I'm gonna teach y'all how to use the mid-range in order to kill with your snatchback, okay? So a lot of times in the game, when you run straight by somebody, you'll get a clamp breaker, you'll get easy mid-ranges. You're gonna set people up with your mid-range, okay? You could use your Steve Francis into a mid-range. You're gonna start setting people up and get into the mid-range, right? You make 2 or 3 mid-ranges. Then what you're gonna do, you're gonna hit your move, you're gonna go to the midi and you're gonna snatch them. Okay, you're gonna go to the midi and you're gonna snatch them. Once you've got to by them and you've killed them with a few middies, they're gonna go, ah man, he's looking for the midi, ah man, he's looking for the midi. Then you kill them. You set them up, baby steps, kill them. And that's the reason why I'm going through one by one and all these things, because once you start chaining all this stuff together, it starts looking a lot different, okay? And obviously, I am not a dribble head. I'm not somebody that claims to be the best dribbler on the game, but you don't have to be somebody that's breaking the game by LT canceling and doing all these things. You can do these basic moves and still be unguardable. Nobody can really guard me on this game, and it's because you gotta outthink them. You're playing chess with your opponents at all times, which is why I personally use the mid-range so much. The best mid-range fadeaway, for those of you guys that wanna know, is Pro 2. It is the quickest, and it's getting enough space without giving you too much space, because especially if you're playing like 5v5, when I play 2s, I prefer Pro Fade, but if I'm playing like 5v5, you don't want to get too much space because then you're going to fade into the other defenders. So just something to keep in mind. Another extremely simple but effective move is the Devin Booker aggressive combo. And look, I'm going to be honest with y'all, this is probably the best move in the game. It is so simple, as all you're going to do is hold R2 and flick up on the stick. That move right there leads to so many crabs. I'm telling y'all right now, when you chain your moves together and you're hitting your moves and then you just Devin Booker aggressive, it will throw you in front of the defender, okay? It's going to throw you in front of the defender, and it's going to give you guys easy greens, especially if you haven't done it, okay? Once a team has seen you do it, they'll start playing you for it. But if they haven't seen you do it and you pull that out of your bag, you just sit back, you're setting them up, you didn't really get the space you wanted, none of your moves are working, and then you just walk into it, boom. I'm telling y'all right now, that is the simplest move in the game. It is not hard to do. There's no skill really required between hitting RT and flicking up, but I promise you to get space. You know, another move that does not require a lot of work but gets you a lot of space is off of the Kobe triple threat, okay? Look, all you're gonna do is you're gonna catch the ball, and whatever ball hand dominant side you are, you're gonna flick opposite. So if you're a righty, you're gonna flick to the left. If you're a lefty, you're gonna flick to the right. All you're gonna do is jab. And it's an easy crab every single time. I know you've seen streamers do it. I know you've seen YouTubers do it. Maybe you haven't. Maybe this is your first time and you just got the game. This move is so simple. Flick, shot, boom. It's literally that simple. It's free crabs. The same way I was just telling you that the Devin Booker aggressive is going to lead you to crabs. This right here, even if you just dribbled, let's say I don't have the ball at this point. Let's say I've already dribbled. I can't get open. I'm boxed, right? I pump fake here and he's way too close to me. Boom, crab 3. It's that simple. It's all about knowing these things. Like I said, nothing that I'm teaching you is overly complex or too hard for you to do. You just got to know what to do and when to do it. Another move, this one is without the ball. It's called dexing. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I think if you can put dexing into your bag, you will become unstoppable, because dexing is one of the hardest things to do. Off-ball defense in this game is a lot harder than on-ball. So look, all you're going to do is you're going to run one way, and then you're going to tap RT and go back the other. It looks way slower in here than it does in a game, but if you guys have ever watched me play, for whatever reason, the off-ball badge does not work in here, but this move is a killer. You can even do it one of these things where you're faking a cut. Let's say you've cut on your opponent a few times, and you act like you're going to cut again, dex out. You're cutting, you dex out. It looks terrible in the MyCareer, but I promise you, in the game, it is a very, very, very lethal move. Another very simple move that a lot of y'all probably don't know about is how to easily quick stop it. All you're gonna do, look, I'll hit my Francis, you run, and then you just flick up on the stick. That's it. Some of these moves are so simple, but they will change the game for you. You're gonna run, you're not gonna hold RT, because if you hold RT, it'll give you that. You're gonna run, you're gonna let go of RT and flick up on your stick. It's going to give you a quick stop every single time. So you're running one way, flick up on the stick, quick stop. It is literally that simple. And again, all of these things are really simple, but when you start chaining it together, you know, you hit your Francis, a behind the back, a double behind the back, into the Devin Booker escape. Now you're into a crab. Or for example, I catch the ball, I'm hitting my behind the back, I'm going midi, snatching back, right? Behind the back, Devin Booker, into another snatch back. Now I'm fading into my mid-range. You just need to get in the MyCareer. Using these simple dribble moves that I have just taught you, and the game becomes very simple. The game is not that hard. It's not that complex. A lot of you guys fall for the hype in these people that are LT canceling and they're dribble. Listen, the more you dribble and the more you do, the less likely you are to green the shots. The more you dribble, the smaller your already small green window is becoming. So dribbling is like fighting. It's good to know how to do it, but you only want to fight when you have to. You don't want to just run around punching people in the face. You just want to know how to do it in case you ever need to. So for example, if I could not dribble and I could just boop, I'd rather do that. You feel me? Like, I'd rather not dribble at all, keep my 2 blue bars and go to work. But these are the only moves that you need in NBA 2K25 to be unguardable. It is literally that simple. And again, it also boils down to like having the right animations. That's why I showed y'all at the beginning of the game. If you don't and have the animations unlocked, the same premise still applies, okay? There's no a great aggressive combo like the Devin Booker, and obviously I have the best moves on in the game, but I promise you guys will be fine if you use these same concepts throughout the game. Again, you want to make sure you have that 85 mid-range so you can get some takeover going, so you can move quicker, so you can just be a little bit more unguardable. But these are the methods to the madness. And like I said, guys, this is day 6 of the daily upload challenge. If you guys enjoyed this and have any questions, smash the like button, guys. I respond to all my comments, and if I don't respond to you on YouTube, come by a stream. I'm live all the time, and I'd be glad to answer any questions that you guys have. I appreciate y'all support, and as always, your boy Choc. Stay tuned for more, and I'm out. Peace.